This is how much it actually costs to live in Miami without the BS extra expenses everyone seems to keep adding onto these videos. I'm 23 years old and I have lived in Miami for about 3 years now, and I paid $2,500 and my roommate also pays $2,500 for a 2-bed, 2-bath that's right in downtown Miami. If you want to live anywhere below these bridges right here, you are simply put going to have to spend about $2,500 to $3,000 bare minimum. Even if it's a 1-bed, 1-bath, anything higher than that, and you're splitting it amongst your roommates, you're still going to be paying about $2,500 plus. When it comes to food, if you're eating out more than like 4 to 5 times in a single month, you're definitely going to need a budget at least $1,000 to $2,000 for it. If you don't want to do that, you can just go 20 minutes west over to the Flagler Costco. $400 to $700 per month. With that in Publix, you should be able to, not starve. For fun, you should definitely budget a few grand. If you want to do anything, even if you're splitting it with people, whether it's a table, whether it's a boat or whatever, you're going to be spending that much, as well as just a general rule of thumb. If you step outside of your apartment building, you better be prepared to spend $100, because I promise you, Miami will find a way to charge you that. That's all she wrote, folks. Enjoy the view. Oh, goodness.
In 2 months, it's going to become completely unaffordable to live in the United States. And I'm not talking about luxury lifestyle. I'm talking about basic middle-class needs. I run a relocation business out of Costa Rica. I asked my clients, who are a couple from Bushwick, Brooklyn, why they were thinking of moving abroad. They sent me their monthly budget spreadsheet. So combined, they make $120,000 a year. And from that, they get to bring home about $7,400 a month after taxes. Their rent is $3,100 a month. And their health insurance is about to skyrocket to $1,750. They budget about $1,000 a month for groceries. Their utilities, internet, cell phones, and MetroCard are another $1,300 or so. So at the end of the month, this leaves them with about $250. And that doesn't include any unexpected expenses or the hope for investments or the hope for a savings account. So what they said to me is that this is what running in place feels like. And the reason that they want to move abroad is because they actually want to move forward with their lives.
As a Londoner living in the US, this is the greediest country I have ever lived in. So here's a list of things I've had to pay for which make no sense and would send the European mind into absolute psychosis. Let's kick it off strong with number 1. I pay processing fees for my rent. I pay my rent and then I pay $6 to process my rent. Why am I paying you money to take my money? Now the next thing is I didn't realize how expensive healthcare actually is. But one day I had a really bad toothache and I went to the emergency room. First mistake. They scanned my insurance card, put me in a queue, and when I finally get to see a doctor, he looks at my tooth and says, yeah, we can't actually help you. You need to go see a dentist tomorrow morning. I said, cool. 2 weeks go by, I get my bill. $600. Luckily, I had insurance, so I paid $120. But think about this for a second. I paid $120 for a doctor to tell me he can't help me. Now, this one takes me off beyond my imagination. I stayed at the Intercontinental Hotel in Chicago, stayed there for 2 nights for around $200 a night, plus I paid for valet parking. But when I got my bill, the numbers just weren't adding up. On top of all the money and taxes I paid, they still charged me a $32 resort fee. What is a resort fee? And when I'm asking the receptionist what is a resort fee, nobody can answer my question. And what's even worse is it's not a flat fee, it's $32 per night. The next one was kind of annoying. I got my car towed, $350. Pro tip, do not let your car stay there overnight. Now the next one is tip culture, and since living here I've learned to leave a 10% tip. But think about this for a second. Your boss is so greedy that he doesn't pay you not a livable wage, doesn't pay you a survivable wage, then guilt trips us, his customers, into covering the rest of your wage for you. The level of greed you need to have to even think of that concept is literally something only Mr. Krabs would do. Now honestly guys, this list is 25 things long, so if you want to see a part 2 or you like content on finance, make sure to drop me a follow. Peace.
If you're living in Germany and you plan to move to America for whatever reason, or you're living in any European country and you plan to move to America, please, this video is for you. Stay tuned. Now, I have been based in Germany for a very long time. When I say long time, I'm not talking about some centuries, okay? Because I know people will come on the section to like, how long? No, we are not saying that. But just so you know, I went to school here and I'm done and I'm working here, which means I have my fair share of German experience. And recently, I went to the United States as a visitor. So I didn't stay there, but I have brothers, I have sisters, I have family members who are based there. And in this time, bet me you, I did not visit just one state or one city or whatever. So I was in Washington, I was in New York, I was in Maryland, I was in San Antonio and also Houston kind of. I don't even know how to pronounce that word correctly. So I'm telling you my fair share of experience. Okay, now America, it's beautiful, especially for immigrants. It's great. America, it's easy for people with English background to integrate. But now there are some people that America is not meant for them. Especially if you have been blessed to stay in Europe. Listen to me and do your research. Now, if you know that you are someone who is family oriented, means you want to have kids, you want to get married, please, and you're already lucky to be in Germany, stay in Germany. Avoid America. If you don't have an option, go to America. Okay? But if you do, stay here, because do you know how much it costs to give birth to one child in America? Please, if you know the amount, put it on the comment section. Okay? If you've ever heard how much it costs for a pregnant wife to give birth in America, put it on the comment section. And how much does it cost to give birth in Europe or in Germany? Put it on the comment section. So imagine that you want to have like 3, 4, 5 kids in America. Wow. You should be ready. So these people, I will advise you, if you have the opportunity or if you're blessed to be in Germany, please stay in Germany. Now, if you're someone with health complications, if you know that you're often sick or if you require some special health services or stuff like that, please avoid America. Even if you're in Africa and you want to travel and for some reason you think that America is your option and you have some health issues or so, please kindly commute to Germany if you have the opportunity. Why? Germans have this health insurance system where you pay monthly based on the percentage of your salary. So it means if I'm earning 1,000 and everybody is paying 10%, for example, I am paying 10% of my 1,000. Listen the difference. Someone who is making 20,000 is paying 10% of their 20,000. So it's pay as you earn. In America, the health system is not like that. Okay? If you have a job and some companies do insure you, you're good to go. Okay? But when you are struck with really sickness that requires really that doctors and stuff like that should work, depending on your health insurance in America, you're not getting certain services. And sometimes you even have to pay extra because your health insurance does not cover certain stuff, depending on what percentage of health insurance you have. We in Germany, for example, you are obliged to get a 100% coverage. It's not 100%, it's like 95 or 98 or whatever it is, yeah, coverage. But in America, you do not have to get 100% coverage. But when you're sick, that's when you will know the difference. So if you're an old person, family-oriented person, someone with some health complications, or you need some special requests, if you're even old, so you're that kind of 50, that's when the health issues start coming up, because it's what it is. The older you get, the more complicated it becomes. So avoid America. Now, who are those good to go to America? Oh my God. If you're a young person, okay, young, have so full of energy, you don't have time to learn this German Sprache, please, America is for you. Go to America. You will make money. You know why? Because young people, you can work as you want. You can do 5, 10 jobs in America. In Germany, we have limits. Like they will tell you, not more than 10 hours work per day. So you do not have to exceed 10 hours. If not, I think they will automatically subtract the other money for tax class 6 or whatever it is that they do there. But by law in Germany, you're not supposed to work more than 10 hours in a day. In America, you can fucking work for 24 hours if you like. That's the thing. In America, everybody have the opportunity to make money. I'm telling you, like, houses are cheap and good. The cars, if you're someone who like big cars, luxury, if you see the park plots in America, right? You see the cars that are there, come to Germany, you'll be depressed. Like when you see this old rotten Volkswagen and whatever it is. I'm sorry, but that's the truth, right? Life is beautiful. My personal opinion, America or Germany, I will always come for Germany because I like the system. It's more organized for me. There is more socialized system. America is more of capitalism. And also, I have spent or invest time to learn German. We are not leaving anytime soon. In fact,
If you're planning on moving to Tampa, Florida, here's how much you need to make to live there, since the average cost of living is around $4,005 per month, and assuming you stick to the good old 75-15-10 plan, where 75% covers cost of living, 15% for saving and investing, and 10% for wants, you'll need to make at least $5,340 per month. That's a $64,080 take-home income, and since there's no state income tax, only a $85,440 salary. Comment the city I should break down next.
$153 first day shopping in LA, and I don't even know how I'm gonna survive. We are a house. They have so much stuff. I just finished doing my shopping in LA for the first time. How did I spend $153? 3 bags of food shopping. I don't know how long this is gonna last, but probably like a week. 3 bags. What in pounds is 123 pounds. Y'all can't tell me that LA is not Spanish. If you were in London, I would have gone home with bare food. God,
America, why are you so expensive? Here in Dominican Republic, I'm spending like $6 for a pack of meat. $6 for a pack of eggs that's not even refrigerated. Freshly from the farm. Like, make it make sense, America. Y'all are really making us work till we die.